Steemians, what is up? Dan at Starlight here, coming at you with another Steemit-101 video. This time I want to talk about everything you need to know about your Steem wallet. So here we are on Steemit.com. If you click on your avatar in the upper right hand corner, you get a drop down menu and you can navigate down to your wallet. So now it's really important that you understand that this is your Steem wallet stored on the Steem blockchain. It's not stored on Steemit.com. Steemit.com does not have any access to move your funds in any way. They don't know your password, okay? So this is great because it gives you complete control of your funds. But the downside is if you lose your password, you lose all of your cryptocurrency. It gets locked away in this wallet forever. So especially as your wallet gets more and more value in it, it's important to make sure that you have your password written down in at least a couple different places, okay? So now we're going to look at three tokens here over on the left-hand side: Steem, Steem Power, and Steem Dollars. These are the three tokens that the Steem blockchain has right now. And then below that we have savings accounts, and you can see over on the right-hand side that there's two balances for those. The top one's for Steem, the bottom one is for Steem Dollars. And at the bottom here, you can see your estimated account value in US dollars. So this account is worth about 23 US dollars right now. So now I am going to talk about each of these tokens, Steem, Steem Dollars, and Steem Power, in a little bit more detail. Before I do, I want to say that it does get kind of complicated, but it is well worthwhile, in my opinion, to understand how these tokens interact with each other. It's kind of like the rules of the game, and the better you know the rules, the better you are at the game. So first of all, Steem, the first token here, and you can see that over on the right side, this wallet has a balance of 0 Steem. It is the main token of the Steem blockchain, okay? All the other tokens are based on it. So Steem is the main cryptocurrency, all right? Now below it, we have Steem Power. And Steem Power is just Steem that is locked away in your Steem Power account. Now, when I say locked away, I mean you can put it in there instantly by a method we call powering up. You can move your Steem to your Steem Power account. But if you want to move your Steem Power back to your Steem, you can start that process, but it takes 14 weeks. Or after 1 week, you'll get 13 weeks in a row, you'll get equal payments of that value of that Steem back from your Steem Power account to your Steem account. So now why would anybody lock their Steem up in Steem Power? Well, there are two reasons. The first one is it gives you influence on the site by making your vote worth something. And the second thing is it slowly goes up in value over time just by holding Steem in Steem Power. So let's deal with the influence thing first. So first of all, let's go to the new tab and see what somebody's posting. So we can see that this first post here, the world of cryptocurrency, and let's give that post an upvote, okay, and see what happens. So you can see now it has 2 upvotes. Somebody else's and ours, but the post itself is still worth nothing, right? And that's because this wallet doesn't have much Steem in it, or Steem Power in it. It only has 13. So that's not enough Steem Power for it to register a full cent of upvote yet. Now, if we had 113 Steem Power there, then that upvote would probably be worth 1 or 2 cents. And if you had 10,000 Steem Power, your upvote would probably be worth more than $1. It really depends on what the price of Steem is. But basically, Steem Power makes your vote worth something. It allows you to give people money with your upvote or Steem. Now, you're not actually giving people your own Steem, right? Basically, there's a rewards pool of Steem. And the more Steem Power you have, the more you can direct funds from the rewards pool to the blog post that you're voting on, right? So just so we're clear, every single day, there is new Steem that's being created, right? And that's created by the Steem blockchain. Everybody knows about that. Now, 75% of that Steem goes into this rewards pool, right? And the more Steem Power you have, the more influence you have at controlling where those rewards get distributed and to what blogs via voting on those blogs. Okay? So now, as I said, also by holding Steem Power, it goes up slowly over time. And that is because 15% of the new Steem that gets created every day doesn't enter the rewards pool. It goes and is distributed evenly among Steem Power holders based on how much Steem they're holding. So if you have a lot of Steem, you'll be getting a lot every day. If you only have a little bit, you'll only be getting a little bit. For instance, let's go to at Ned's page. He is the CEO of Steemit, right? And we can go to his wallet, which is kind of cool. You can basically creep out anybody's wallet on Steemit, but which is also great because it's a completely open and transparent system. You can follow and see how all the money is moving around. So we can see on his wallet here, he has 3.5 million Steem, which is a lot of Steem. The reason I bring you here, though, is focus on the last 3 digits here, so 0.880. So now if I go up and refresh this page, you will see that that's changed to 0.942 Steem, right? So you can see that every time you refresh his wallet, you can see that his Steem Power is going up just because he is holding Steem Power. Now, likewise, that'll happen in our wallet here too, but because we only have 13 cents, we might have to wait a week, maybe 2 weeks before we actually see it going up. But as you get more, it goes up faster. So basically, again, Steem Power does 2 things. It gives you influence on the site, and it slowly goes up in value over time, okay? Now, Steem Dollars is the 3rd token listed here. You can see we also, over on the right-hand balance side, have no Steem Dollars in this account yet. And again, when you open an account, you are given Steem Power. You're not given any Steem or Steem Dollars. You're usually given some Steem Power, and you might see another number underneath in brackets, which is Steem Power that Steemit has delegated to you. You don't get that actual Steem Power, but you do get the voting rights of that Steem Power. So it's sort of like they're lending you some Steem Power to vote with, okay? So that's the number in the brackets. Now back to Steem Dollars. Steem Dollars is a pegged cryptocurrency to the US dollar. 1 Steem Dollar is always redeemable for $1 worth of Steem. Now you can also trade Steem Dollars, but it doesn't mean they're always going to trade at $1. For instance, as I'm making this video, they're trading for a lot more than $1. But I do believe that as more people use Steem Dollars and understand them, and the volume of people using them over time will drive the price that it trades at to pretty much equal a US dollar all the time. So that's important to the Steem ecosystem, because it's nice to have a currency that's always worth a US dollar, as opposed to a currency like Steem, the main currency, that's always moving up and down based on what the market is telling you the price is, right? Steem could be $1 today, it could be $2 tomorrow. But the idea of Steem Dollars is as much as Steem moves up and down, Steem Dollars will always stay around $1 when it's working properly. For now, all you have to really worry about is the fact that you do get paid out in Steem Dollars, okay? So when you do a post, and we'll just look at that page, there's a rewards default here, and it says 50-50. And I encourage you to probably just leave it at that. You could also choose power up 100%. That means that your full payout is going to end up in the Steem Power total. If you do 50-50, half of it's going to end up in your Steem Power balance, and half of it's going to end up in your Steem Dollar balance. So let's say, hypothetically, you did a post that made $5, okay? So now $1 of that approximately will go to the people who curated that post. And then after the 7-day payout period, the rest of that value, $4, will end up in your wallet. And there'll be a little claim button at the top that you need to press, okay? And then half of that value will end up in your Steem Power balance, and half of that value will end up in your Steem Dollar balance. So you would end up with 2 Steem Dollars, and you would end up with 2 Steem Dollars worth of Steem, depending on what the price of Steem is. So if Steem was trading at $2, you would get 1 Steem in your Steem power. If Steem was trading at 50 cents, you would get 4 Steem, right? Because 4 Steem would equal $2 worth of Steem, okay? So that is basically how it pays out. Now, beside each of these totals, you have a little drop-down menu, and that shows you how you can move value around in this wallet or outside of this wallet, okay? So the first drop-down menu says that you can transfer to savings, you can power up your Steem, you can buy it, sell it, or you can trade it on the market. So we'll just look at each of these really quickly. So if you transfer, right, let's say we wanted to transfer some Steem to Ned. We just type in his username, Ned, the amount of Steem that we want to transfer, 1.1 Steem. Now I can't do that because I have insufficient funds, but if I did have 1.1 Steem, I would be able to do that. And then you can leave them a little note saying, hi, Ned. Although, and we should capitalize that because it's a name. And we should capitalize this because it looks better. Yeah, so hi, Ned. Now, he's definitely not going to respond to this, not because he's not nice, just because he's a super busy guy, and he gets a lot of messages constantly. But this is where you could send Steem or Steem dollars to anybody on Steemit. This is also where you would send money to an exchange like Bittrex. You would just type in Bittrex there, and you would have to make sure that you use the memo here to, would need to be the memo that Bittrex gives you to know that it's funds coming from you, right? You don't have to worry about that. We'll talk about that in another tutorial. But basically, Steem is amazing. It allows you to transfer to anybody else almost instantaneously, between about 1.5 to 3 seconds, and there are absolutely no transaction fees. So it really is an amazing way to send value around. So let's look at the second option, which is transfer to savings, okay? Now, I didn't talk about the savings accounts yet, but if you're holding Steem, you have an option of transferring it down into this savings account here at the bottom. Now, right now, you currently don't get any interest from putting anything in your savings account, but what you do get is security, because these savings accounts, you can transfer money into them, Steem or Steem dollars, but then when you want to take money out, it takes 3 days to transfer that money out. Now, this is a security feature because if a hacker was able to get into your account and you had your Steem in your Steem savings account, well, it would take them 3 days to transfer that Steem out. And you would see a little note at the bottom saying, Steem is being transferred out of your Steem savings account. And if it wasn't you that initiated that transfer, then make sure to cancel that. And then you'd have to go through the Steem recovery account process to reclaim your account before the attacker was able to steal any of your Steem, okay? So it is an interesting security feature. And if you're holding a lot of Steem or Steem dollars in your account, then I highly recommend using it. So then the next option here is you can power up. So this is how you would instantly send Steem from your Steem account to your Steem Power account. Okay, and if you look at the drop-down menu for Steem Power, you have the option of powering down, which of course, again, takes 14 weeks. All right. Then we have buy and sell. And these will take you to block trades where you can trade your Bitcoin for Steem or your Steem for Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum. There's a few other options, okay? So that's how you buy Steem and that's how you sell Steem, or one of the ways of selling Steem. The other way of selling Steem is on the internal market here, right? So this allows you just to trade between Steem and Steem dollars, right? And I'll do another blog post about how to use this market. Basically, for right now, all you need to know is if you want to trade Steem for Steem dollars, you can move value from here to here or vice versa, okay? Now, let's go down to the Steem dollars drop-down menu. It has basically the same things. This transfer tab takes you to the same transfer form that we tried to transfer Steem to Ned on, only this time now it says SBDs instead of Steem, right? So you can either transfer Steem around or Steem back dollars to any other Steem user. And then also this takes you again to the internal market where you can sell your Steem dollars for Steem, which is something that you might want to do after you do a post, right? In order to power up your Steem after a post, if you get some in Steem dollars, you'd have to trade your Steem dollars for Steem, and then you'd have to power up that Steem into your Steem power, okay? So now there's a couple drop-down menus with the savings account, and again, that is just to withdraw Steem, and again, it says that there's a 3-day waiting period for that withdrawal, okay? So that's basically how your Steem wallet works. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below. And this tutorial definitely spilled over into a bunch of other topics that I'll be talking about in other tutorials, and those will also link back to this one. So I thought I'd start with the wallet because everybody has questions about the wallet, right? So that's it for this video. Yeah, that's it. Dan Starlight, peace out.